If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, how do I deal with shyness and loneliness? Shyness, I hate being told to just snap out of it, but that's kind of how I attacked my shyness. I knew it was robbing me of possibly good acquaintances/friendships, so I dove into meeting people. I would forego my shyness and introduce myself to someone, or when passing them in the hall at school, or on the street, I would force myself to make eye contact, and at least nod at them to acknowledge them. I eventually got over it to a greater or lesser extent. I think part of the trick is to be able to join in conversations with a group or strike one up with an individual. Just don't ever embarrass yourself by pretending to know more about a subject than you do. For instance, if you wanted to start a conversation with a musician, but you've never studied music theory, you might talk about how music makes you feel, how it transcends you, moves you. You might even tell them what you like about their music, but never try to tell them what a bar chord is, or to divine the pattern of a pentatonic line or scale. And if you haven't figured by now, you try to get to know people who you think might share the same interests as you. Why do you want to fool with someone with whom you have nothing in common anyway? As for loneliness, I used to have to deal with that a lot too. And I'm not sure I overcame it by becoming my own best friend, or by realizing I already was comfortable with my own company, but that's the key. I'm very self-deprecating, and self-loathing. Or at least I think I am. But I'm comfortable with my own company. Sometimes I even prefer it over spending it with others who annoy the hell out of me. How do you become comfortable with yourself? You have to accept yourself for who you are. If there's something you don't like, and especially if it's something you think might be irritating to others, you can change it. It might take some work, but for the most part, I think one should accept who they are, because it's taken you to this point in your life to become that. Find out what your talent is or a hobby you can do on your own. Be able to amuse and entertain yourself. In the long run, you will most likely become good company for others, and voila. You've solved your problems with one solution. Find more answers and a free audiobook on how to talk to anyone in the description below. No useless advice like just get out there. I mean actual useful advice from people who have really dealt with shyness and social anxiety and overcome it in their own lives.